So, friends, I'm doing something a little different today. So, this is going to be a reading for my fire signs, the collective fire signs. So, let's just do it. Let's get into it. Thank you, God and Spirit, archangels, and ancestors for being here with us, guiding us through these divine messages, giving us clarity on our divine life path. All right, friends, let me turn down this music here. Okay, so I did a poll before we would begin, friends, and the light, high vibrational attribute or archetype that the collective fire sign is embodying is the saboteur. And these light attributes include highlights your fear of self-empowerment and changes it would bring to your life. So right now you are in this high vibrational energy to confidently empower yourself to make changes in your life. The clarifying card I pulled for that is Saturn Wisdom, and this kind of leans to you not only empowering yourself, but also creating a structure for yourself that will help you responsibly achieve your goals. So maybe you've written a list to achieve your goals. Maybe you have a structured discipline that you do every day. You get up at 6 a.m., you go get your workout on, you work from 8 to 4:30, then you prepare your meals. Whatever it is that you're doing, you are doing it because you are receiving that divine guidance and wisdom that you need to empower yourself through embodying this archetype to move yourself towards your divine life goals and wisdom. And you have that wisdom to do that because you are highly connected. So, we have some wisdom oracle cards that were also pulled. One is 17, the fates, and the other is 43, deep knowing. But I'm going to take it back. So again, as a collective, my fire signs are embodying the saboteur light worker attribute where you are empowering yourself and using the fiery energy to move yourself towards your life path and life goals. You're also tapping into that Saturn wisdom, creating some disciplined plans for yourself as you're taking steps towards your goals as you are being divinely guided to do so. In addition to that, you have Oracle Wisdom of the Fates, that's 17. 1 and 7 is 8, which includes you making these plans as you've been divinely guided to do so to increase your financial resources and business opportunities, okay? And then you're doing this because you have an understanding of the divine. There's this deep knowing within you. 43, 4 and 3 is 7. That is a divine connection, okay? So let's get into specifically what the Oracle guidance has for the Fates wisdom. All right. The essential meanings: fate, karma, acceptance, and there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. So you're making changes in your life by by utilizing that self empowerment. You're empowering yourself because the divine has given you the wisdom to do so. The oracle message: the serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, by your past experiences, may be fated, preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. That's your deep knowing. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. All right. So, the relationship message from this card, friends, is other people, who are they? You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be so you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are And whatever is happening between you and them is in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit. Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of other. Beware be aware that this relationship is indeed fated and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourselves as a result of it. So some of us are getting the wisdom to empower ourselves to either walk away from a relationship or work out the issues that we're having in the relationship by accepting the person for who they are. All right, moving on. Prosperity message. Your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept what is unreservedly, to accept what is unreservedly. This could be a temporary situation, seemingly thrust upon you by the outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose you can't see that has been determined by the fates. Friends, you already know this. You have this deep knowing. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. The protection message from this fate. It is difficult to understand why painful things happen to good people. Fate is a mystery, after all. Yet we do with our circumstances the way in which we respond, what we do with our circumstances and the way in which we respond to life's challenges is how we rise up to greet our destiny. Now is one of those times to be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations and surrender to acceptance. Hang in there. Life will only get better. Act as if you believe that for the only thing you can control right now is your attitude. So this is your attitude. Your attitude is self-empowerment. Your attitude is the wisdom that you're gaining from Saturn being in retrograde, taking this time to go inward, reflect on the things that you have not been able to change in your life, but instead focus on areas where you can clean things up and create discipline without creating restraint of your deep knowing, friends. Okay? And when you align yourself with the fates, being mindful of what you cannot change, serenity will come to you. So Spirit is giving you a path or is giving you a download in the way in which you can do work to take steps towards your peaceful path. And you have that deep knowing, friends. So let's just go ahead and get into that deep knowing wisdom oracle. Thank you for your patience, friends. Essential meaning, intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, and hypersensitivity. This message is intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into a dialogue with the source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have the ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you to open the door to wisdom far greater than what is available in limitations of a human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever, so the logical mind or five senses by which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in, trust your vibes, they will be right. Ask and you shall receive from the usual sources. Okay, friends? So your relationship message from this oracle is there are occasions when you just know deep in your heart and soul that this person is going to play a meaningful role in your life. Someone crosses your path and suddenly, out of the blue, you're connected at a level impossible to describe. That feeling marks a moment in time etched inevitably in your soul. Someone has entered your life who will be instrumental in your journey. So pay attention. Two hearts are calling to each other. to begin an alchemical process. This is also a sign that your intuition about the person you care about is correct. Trust your heart to lead you now. Magic is about to happen. So this could be a new friend that you've made that has been divinely placed on your path, or a new romantic connection, friends. Take what resonates, leave what does not. The prosperity message is this is a time when your hunches will play a large dividends if you listen, will pay in large dividends if you listen to them. Take a risk and act. Within you, there is an ocular consciousness and a higher, deeper knowing that transcends. At the deeper level of your intuitive senses, you have an access point to the genius of the collective. Okay, friends, come on. The energies of all thinkers and creators, all inventors and leaders, and all that you need in order to leap into success are available and in tune. This is an active listening intensely, past a busy mind. Your genius awaits. Okay, fire signs, go ahead and use your divine wisdom to tap into your genius. You're fated to do so. Your deeper knowing is allowing blessings to enter your life because you are taking those practical faith steps to create the discipline in your life, all right? The protection message is you are in empathy overload and need to get grounded again. So tune out for a bit. Hypersensitivity, you're suffering from psychic exhaustion. This signals a time for recharging your batteries. Set energetic boundaries, take a salt bath, empty your mind, and get back to you. Okay? So it's time for some self-care. Because you are in this high vibrational energy, you are a genius. You are in tune psychically with the higher consciousness. You're burning yourself out with all your deeper knowings, collective fire signs. So take this wisdom and take your rest. You're being divinely guided to do so. And then you will, when you're finished resting, you can continue to tap into your deeper knowing to move you forward, to continue your financial gains towards prosperity because you're getting downloads about new ideas, new projects, new divine connections that are being placed in your life, and you're empowering yourself through disciplined activities that should include you getting a restful night's sleep, friends. Okay, fire signs, take what resonates with you, leave what does not. Namaste, friends.